Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Four Brothers. And this movie came out in 2005, and it stars Mark Wahlberg, and it's directed by John Singleton. And I wasn't really a fan of this movie. It looked like it would be kind of somewhat fun for me, but unfortunately, in execution, it just didn't really offer anything. I'll say that for positives, there were good performances. Like, I didn't mind Mark Wahlberg in this movie very much. I felt as though he worked pretty well for the character, and the movie stayed entertaining enough for me to where I was like, okay, this isn't terribly boring. And it was competent enough to where I was like, okay, I can go through with this for the most part. And I did like the character dynamics. That was another thing that kept me going with the movie. And I was like, yeah, this is working for me, especially in the beginning. But unfortunately, the movie just didn't really have much of a hook for me. I was like, okay, where's this going? And for the first 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, there's not really a plot or much of anything going on. And I get it's the beginning, and they're just trying to set everything up, but I just didn't feel as though there was much of anything going on there. And it did take a little bit for a plot to really get going. And once it did, it started to get a little interesting, but unfortunately, after it does, it just doesn't really keep me hooked because it just feels like, okay, we're just doing this thing and then that thing, and it just wasn't interesting to me. And a lot of the action in this movie, none of it's impressive or memorable. It's just kind of, oh, that happened, and you kind of just forget about it. It's all very forgettable. And this is also from the same director as Too Fast, Too Furious. I barely remember that movie, and the only reason I mention it is because I didn't know that until I looked up at what else has this director, John Singleton, done, and that was the only movie I've seen from him. And despite me liking the character dynamics, I did kind of start to realize that I didn't really care about any of the characters in this movie. I don't find the villain intimidating, and whenever he's on screen, he's just way too goofy for me to take seriously at any given point. Not to say that he's played by a bad actor like Chiwetel Ejiofor, if I pronounced it correctly. He did a great job in 12 Years a Slave. He was incredible in that movie, but in this movie, he didn't really do much for me. There was also a dinner scene that happened early on in the movie, and I found that to be really cheesy. And every character just remembering, oh, everything that I've learned growing up here. And I was like, that was kind of goofy, and I couldn't really take it seriously. And the soundtrack choices for this movie, I always found them distracting. They never once complimented the tone. It just felt so out of place, and I just couldn't get into it. I honestly don't really have much else to say about this movie. It was kind of just hollow, nothing. Competently made for sure, but very forgettable for me. It might be better than Too Fast, Too Furious, possibly, although I would have to revisit that movie, but I don't want to because I don't like that movie, and I'm honestly forgetting about this movie as I'm talking about it, so skip this movie if you ever come across it would be my recommendation. There's just nothing here that will be offered to you that's not already in a better movie. Like, if you want like a crime thriller movie, there's much better ones to choose from than this, and I could name off a billion. Like The Drop, but I would much rather watch The Drop. That's a pretty good movie from memory, and there's a bunch of other crime movies I know, but that's one example, so watch that instead. But this movie, pass. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Four Brothers a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Four Brothers, and my social media links will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Living Daylights. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.